Hey guys, Penadaily here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda! In today's episode, we're gonna go check out level 4, and then do some extra prep, and head on to level 5. Ooh, fairy. As one of my viewers pointed out, the blue moblins are probably the best way to get bombs. However, they can be a real pain in the tuchus to try and farm them off when you've only got the wooden sword and no ring. So yeah. Blue Octoroks have a lower chance of dropping bombs, jerk. But they have a higher... but you're more likely to be able to kill a bunch of them without dying. Admittedly, I didn't do as well as I could have, but, you know, still. Alright. Ha. Alright. We didn't need it anyway. So, really? Okay. There we go. So, in the last episode, of course, we got the raft out of Dungeon 3. And that lets us come here, to Dungeon 4. And this is quite possibly one of the worst colors of yellow I have seen in a video game. Not the worst, I've seen worse, but yellow is always difficult. And this color, I'm not sure. I mean, it's not too eye-searing, but it's still not pretty. Oh well. So here we are in level 4. Meet the Vyre. They're sort of like Zol. Yeah, except instead of turning into gels, they turn into keys. And of course, we cannot do anything about them just yet. And this is our first introduction to dark rooms. This is why you want to have the candle. You use the candle, and you get light. I'm just gonna get out of here because, you know, we can't kill these things without turning them into keys, and keys don't drop pickups. So if I can get out of here without killing these jerks, I think I will. More keys. Guarded by keys. Okay. Come on, die. Bats. And then we come in here. So yeah. Of course, now, if you walk into the fire from your candle, or any other fire-producing implement, there is one, you will take damage. So don't do that. Let's see. We'll get to that. We'll get to that all in good time. Okay, but of course here... Now, I am going... As far as I know, the candle basically does the same damage as the wooden sword, so you do not want the Zol to get hit with it. And we get another key. Yeah, we've at this point got a surplus of keys and really don't have to worry too much. Now, if we come up there, we actually get stopped by something. One of the best ways to avoid, you know, anyone or anything taking damage from your candle when you try and light up the room is just to do it into a wall. Yeah, Vyre hit hard. One of the things you can often do is just to hit them, you know, hit them with your sword and then immediately hit them with the boomerang. And yes, we're gonna have to clean this place out. So, you know, be careful. Yeah, see, if you do that, then you don't wind up with keys flying hither, thither, and yon. So, of course, sometimes that doesn't work as well. And it seems oddly random as to where the Vyre is going to fetch up when you hit them. How far away they'll go. But we killed all of them. And we come in here, and we get likes. These guys, they are, of course... As you see in later games, that they're basically big tubes. Well, I mean, you saw them in the Minish Cap LP. I don't think there are any likes. Well, there are likes in Link to the Past. They just don't look like this. They're called, the enemies that in English are called pickets, are, in the Japanese, they have the same Japanese name as the enemies always called likes. I can't remember. I think it's something like shield eaters. I'd have to look it up. Check out the Zelda wiki. That place has all sorts of amazing stuff. But likes, they will eat your magical shield. If you get swallowed by one, and of course we got the stepladder, that lets you cross single tiles of water. Ha! That's another way. You can only cross one tile at a time, though. Yeah, so, if you went north through there, you would actually come into a room that had multiple tiles of water, which, really not worth the trouble. Especially because we can come in here, and come through here, and, haha, yes, a bunch of gel. That's where you would come out, and it's basically, I'll use the candle to show you. Alright, there we go. And here we have a T shape. And, alright. So you remember how I said that, this is Let's Cheese The Legend of Zelda, really? Yep. Anytime you see a room on the map, this dungeon is called the Snake Dungeon, by the way. Yeah. So, there we go. Anytime you see a room on your map, a black spot that is bounded on all four sides by rooms, you can almost certainly bomb into it. So, we're going to skip 4 rooms of the dungeon. There's nothing up there. You know, we already have the Triforce, the dungeon item, and the map, or the compass, the Triforce. We don't have the Triforce yet. We have the dungeon item, the compass, and the map. We don't need anything else. I mean, there might be money up there, but I know there is a manhandla in the corner. In the northwest corner of, the map. There is a manhandla. And, you know, yeah, we don't really want to deal with that. This boss is going to be annoying enough. Meet Gleeok. Yeah, you remember I was having flashbacks about this guy fighting Blind the Thief? So you get in and you start stabbing him. Your shield, sadly, is not proof against his laser balls, or whatever the heck those are. Ow. Yeah. And once you kill one of his heads, it goes flying around. That was the 2-headed Gleeok. There will be worse ones. So, yeah. But that didn't take us very long at all. 8 minutes. So now we get to do some prep and go to level 5. We're gonna do lots of prep, because there's some really fun stuff we can do. Alright, so, moving right along. Alright, we kill everything. So now we're getting into some other interesting areas of Hyrule. These are some of the areas I was talking about in the first episode when I said there were places we could go that we really didn't want to because they would, you know, kick our butt and call us Sally. Yeah, there we go. Kill you just out of pure principle. So, first of all, we're not there yet. This area is not the most fun I've ever had, but, it's not horrific yet. Ha! Ha! I say. Good. Okay. If you're ever not quite sure which tree is the burnable one, just, burn 2 at once. I probably should have killed all those guys. Oh well. This is the last 100, secret. Yeah. There are 3 of them in this quest. Okay, now welcome to the Lost Woods. If you go north, south, or west, you will basically just come right back to the same screen. If you go east, you go right back to where I was before. The only way through these woods is a special path that was told to you by a little old lady. that you have to pay money to. I've played this game so many times I don't bother. So it's north, west, south, west. And since it is all the same screen, you kind of want to kill everything. Let's keep moving. Yeah, this is why you don't want to come here before you have the blue ring. Because Lionels. So, there are other things we can do, and we will do them here probably fairly shortly. Well, that was stupid. Okay, yeah, that was a Genie. You can tell they have a single eye. And one of the things you can do if you're really into farming for stuff, only the Genie who is moving around at the start is vulnerable. But when you kill him, every other Genie on the screen will die. So you can let out a ton of them, and then kill him. Oh, I am a few hearts too few. That's right. Oh, that's alright. We'll be back. Let's see here. So yes, that's the magical sword. You need, I had forgotten, you actually need 12 hearts. Now if we went up there, that would be, ow. That would be level 6. You don't want to go up there. Level 6 is the nastiest dungeon in this game, save for, nastiest dungeon in this game, save for the, save for Death Mountain. Okay, so we get that. That is the power bracelet. It's, unlike in many later games, it's not mandatory. In fact, it really only does a couple of useful things. But, well, really one useful thing. It lets you push boulders in the overworld. Blocks in the dungeons are always pushable. And there are 4 places in this game. Basically, 4 entrances to this road. Here, with the Tektites. And, let's see. Let's see if I get this right. And here, which is our final destination, and then one more place, which we'll go over later. Let's see. It's you remember the fairy lake that we saw in one of the very early episodes? Yeah. That fairy lake, where the screen right below it has a single rock in the green forest, right near where we bought the arrow. If you push, yeah, that boulder, that is the 4th exit. So we come up here now that we have the raft, and we can get another heart container. Yay! And then we come down here, and you see those things out there? Those piers or pilings or whatever they are? Probably fishing rafts or something. Well, yeah, and you can only get to them by use of the stepladder. Come here. Ha! Die. Oh, I was hoping for a heart. Oh well. So now that we have 12 hearts, we can go back and get the magical sword, and we want to do that, as well as having at least 100 rupees going into level 5 for something that I will show you later. So we come in here. Now if we go, there is a logic to these things, but I can never remember it. If we go straight across, I know we'll come to the Tektites. Here we are. We went the correct direction. There's a map of this on GameFAQs. There's an actual logic to it, but I can never remember it. So. But yeah, now that we have the power bracelet, which, if we had wanted, we could have come here and gotten the power bracelet, before we ever went into level 1. This is about when we start really wanting to move across the map with ridiculous amounts of speed. So now we have the magical sword, the strongest sword in the game. It is not, of course, the master sword. That didn't exist yet. This sword, basically, it hits for twice the strength of the magical sword. Now, we're gonna go back, or twice the strength of the white sword. It isn't needed to finish the game, but you really, really want it. Should that? Nope. Well, here we get to the fairy lake, which is really... Yeah, that'll happen. I guess if you get knocked into one of those things, that the guy actually takes a little while to load. You are beginning to irritate me, octopus. Oh. Have you guys ever had octopus? It's really chewy, but it's not bad. Especially, I like takoyaki, octopus dumplings. They're usually served with a really savory sauce. Okay, so this should take me... There? No, that's not where I wanted to be. Jerk. Okay. Let's try this then. Here we are. Okay, so now we're gonna go to level 5. And we come in here. Welcome to the Lost Hills. Yeah, it's basically the Lost Woods, except the only exit is to the west. But there is a waterfall over there. And if you pay, the old lady in there, she says, go up, up, up this mountain. And so we do. And we reach level 5. And here we are. Level 5 isn't that hard, but it certainly is the level you really, really want to have the arrow for. Or the magical sword. These are Paul's voice. They are ridiculously weak to the arrow, which can be good if there's a ton of them. They take 3 hits with the magical sword. Very few other enemies in this game take this. Ganon only takes 4. So, you probably want to use your arrows on them. You can use, and if you don't have the magical sword yet, which you might not, a lot of people don't, you definitely want to use the arrows. Duggar hates certain kinds of sound. Yes, he does. And that will become important later. This is not a particularly hard dungeon. I would say in some ways it's less difficult than some of the previous ones. Let's see. Aha! Yep. Yeah, you see there where I put the bomb down, and he inhaled the smoke rather than actually eating the bomb. And that one ate both the bombs. But it doesn't matter, we got more bombs anyway. Let's see, if we come up here, we get the map. This is supposed to be the lizard dungeon. I have always thought it looked more like Kermit the Frog. Heidi-ho, hero of Hyrule here. Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible Kermit the Frog impression, and I apologize. But yeah, I mean, some of these designs are, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's a kappa. They're technically demons. Although, you know, the translation of various things into demon from Japanese to English is a thing. Jerk. Hey, that's nice, okay. Alright. Good grief! I have never seen these guys drop this many bombs. You want to bomb through there because it's the only way back. That door we came through will never open. But that's okay. So, we come in here and meet the Blue Darknuts. These guys are jerks, and this is why you want to have the magical sword by this point in time, because they're twice as strong as red Darknuts. with the magical sword, they only take 2 hits. You'd have a lot of fun killing these jerks with the white sword. And, you know, if you didn't get all the hearts, you might not have the magical sword at this point. A lot of people don't. So yeah, that's one of those things. You really, really want the magical sword. Blue Darknuts are just a pain in everybody's butt. So if you come this way... Really... Right, let's see. You can hide in the doorway from these guys if you want and need to. And you might want and need to. Jeez. I hate trying to... There we go. If you have full hearts, you know, stay at a distance and snipe if you can. Because then at least when they turn on you, you know, you're less likely to get hit. But sometimes you get hit anyway, and then you don't have your hearts anymore. So just keep running and stabbing, and you are a jerk. The nice thing about Blue Darknuts, if you can say any nice thing about Blue Darknuts, is that they are more likely than Red Darknuts to give you health. I know they haven't been showing that off here, but they really are. It's weird. A lot of blue creatures are more likely to give bombs or money, but Blue Darknuts, they give you health. Ow. Whereas health, usually, you are more likely to get it from red enemies. Oh well. Ha. Yeah, we got nothing. Oh well, they didn't really hurt us that bad. But here we have our main, our dungeon item. The recorder, or the flute. This is certain kinds of sound. Well... Of course, Pole's voice are also said to hate noise. They're not vulnerable to the flute. The original Japanese Famicom had a microphone, and in the original Japanese Legend of Zelda, you could kill Pole's voice by shouting into the microphone. The NES doesn't have a microphone, so when they brought the game over, they pretty quickly hard-coded a weakness to the arrow in. And now you're going, what, we came all this way for a key? And, of course, if you haven't been through the rest of the dungeon yet, you might not realize that there's no way into this room except that bombing through there. I bet you'd like to have more bombs. You would be correct, sir. So, pay the nice gentleman 100 rupees, and your bomb capacity goes up to 12. And unlike in Link to the Past, raising your bomb capacity is important. You want to do it. You really, really want to do it. Because, oh good lord, do you need bombs a lot of the time. And bomb drops are not as frequent as it would be, as we would like them to be. Ha. Ha. Again. I'm gonna kill these guys because while they don't often give health, it's worth a shot. No good. Alright, so. Alrighty then, let's see here. Yep. So, more of these jerks whom we're going to have to kill. One nice thing, though, is that if you've got one of these, you know, river things running through or moat, or whatever it is, running through, you can basically just, you know, we're gonna ignore you guys. I don't need more bombs, and you don't generally drop hearts. You do sometimes, but not often. So instead we're gonna come in here, kill all of these guys, because Zol drop lots of things, including hearts. Sometimes. And hey, money is useful. Because there is another bomb upgrade in the very next dungeon we are going to attempt. Yep. More Gibdo. Ah, dang it. Okay. Yeah, They are not particularly weak to fire in this game, by the way. Unlike every later game, including Link to the Past. I really need to stop getting hit. Oh well. We get yet another key. Oh, brother. Yeah, Darknuts. But you can hide from enemies on the water via the stepladder. So, one of the fun things you can do that way is kill Darknuts as they move around you in a direction, because they don't really realize you're there. So the Darknut will present his side to you in a way he wouldn't normally, and he cannot ever hit you. So that's pretty nice. Here we go. Keys can hit you. Do remember that keys can hit you. But, for the most part, it's not that big a deal. Okay, let's shed some light on this situation. A lot of times, I mean, the more you play a game like this, there we go. Yeah, 3 hearts, see? I think this is as far as I know, just hearsay and the things I've noticed. It seems like Pole's voice drop rupees more often when you kill them with arrows, as opposed to when you kill them with the sword. I have no idea if that's actually true, or if it's just, confirmation bias, but that is a thing I have sort of felt like I've noticed. And I'm gonna kill you. Because we get another key. Do we actually need this many keys? Dear Lord, no. But we have them. I am going to kill all these guys via arrow, because, yeah, 1 arrow, of course, can kill a bunch of Pole's voice, which is very, very nice. And I don't want to be killing, oh, nice. I don't want to be killing a ton of these jerks by hand, or by sword, because it takes forever. Now, of course, you remember what I said. When you see a black spot surrounded by actual rooms, bomb into it, because there's almost always something here. Secret power is said to be in the arrow. Yep. I'm pretty sure that is a hint to beating the game. Okay, so meet Duggar. He's actually not that difficult. Now, the bomb and the magical sword actually do equal damage output. So, let's, get... Jerk. Come on, get close to him. There, you put a bomb down. Now, the only way to actually make him take damage is to use the flute. And so if you do it that way... Yeah, he only takes 2 hits from the magical sword. We're a little overpowered. And if you go down, it's just Darknuts. Not worth it. So, there we go. We get level 5 done, and the Triforce. In the next episode, we are going to do probably levels 7 and 8. Because level 6 is an asshole. It is a level full of assholes, probably designed by an asshole, and presided over by an asshole. It's awful! I'm going to do it when I have an almost full row of hearts, and all the arsenal I can muster. So, as I said, next time, level 7 and 8. And some prep for level 7. Not much, though. So, thank you for joining me for Let's Play The Legend of Zelda. I will see you guys next time. You have a great evening. Goodbye.